Today on Till We Make It, I'm going to teach you the skills that you're going to need to be the locker room's diplomat. I'm Mike Quackenbush, this is Till We Make It, and I was told for a video series like this I would need to wear makeup, and I said no. Today on the program, I'm going to teach you about diplomatic skills you may need to help quell a variety of scenarios that can arise in a wrestling locker room. And as a general theory or tenet on this, we're going to revisit the same theme 3 times. And I'll do it using 3 different examples to illuminate what I'm talking about. So here is the first of these. When something difficult arises in the locker room, I want you to attack the feeling, not the person. You attack the feeling, not the person. And here is an example of that. Let's say that you happen to observe someone has come tumbling back into the locker room and they are very obviously angry. And this is putting everyone very ill at ease. You realize that the pressure and the tension is rising and someone must diffuse the situation. This is when the locker room diplomat is their most valuable. And if it happens to be you, you want to approach that situation by attacking the feeling in the room, not the person. Because when we attack the person, it puts them on the defensive. And it may heighten their alarm and their reaction. And you don't want those things to escalate. In fact, you want the opposite. You want to bring things down. You want to de-escalate the situation. So in an instance like this, what you're going to say and how you're going to say it are really important to the outcome. The way in which you want to say it is on an even playing field with the person that you're speaking to. So you don't want to seem as if you're speaking down to them. You don't also want to be speaking up to them. You want to be on their level, both in terms of the wording that you're going to choose and also quite literally. Don't stand over top of them, literally talking in a downward angle to them. Put yourself on eye level with the person that you need to address and then go about attacking the feeling, not the person. There's a sense that it's really intense in here right now. I can feel a sense of anger. What's going on? So I'm not saying you are angry. I'm not saying you brought this into the locker room. I'm talking about what the feeling is, and then I'm asking them to have a conversation with me. And I'm making sure that I'm doing it when we are on even level eye contact. I'm not looking up, nor am I looking down at the person I'm trying to have a conversation with. There are a lot of different scenarios in which the skill set of a locker room diplomat might be employed. And here's a different example. Imagine that you're having a day where everyone is capturing tons of promotional messages for later use. They might be circulated to certain markets or onto certain platforms. There's tons of content that needs to be captured so that the day can be marked complete and everybody can go on their merry way. And in these scenarios, when someone is struggling to come up with the content for one of their promos, sometimes the collective stress of the group begins to rise. And you might hear somebody spit out an idea that you know is not right for a promotional message. They might be saying it to break the tension, but they might also be serious. For example, hey, you know what? I'm just going to cut a promo that's full of non sequiturs from Rick and Morty. Now, might that make for an amusing promo? Maybe. Is that going to be a great promotional message that sells tickets? That's fairly unlikely. So in a situation like this, when you're called on to be the diplomat, attack the idea, not the person. So you don't want to say, well, you're an idiot. Why would you do that? That's attacking the person. You want to attack the idea. And if you're looking for an exact way to attack that particular idea, you might say something like this. I don't know that the idea of filling an entire promo with non sequiturs from Rick and Morty will get us the desired result. I don't know that that's going to sell tickets. I don't know that that's going to get people to subscribe to our service. I don't know that that's going to get people to invest in the pay-per-view. What other idea might fit here? In this way, you are attacking the idea, not the person. And then you are engendering a conversation about how to make it better. So here we go. One final example, but a revisitation of an idea you're already familiar with. When you got a problem to address, make sure you're attacking the problem, not attacking the person. So, in this example, following a very heated match, imagine for some reason that two people come back to the locker room and actually get into a fist fight backstage. We know this is completely unacceptable in professional wrestling, and yet it does happen from time to time. And the knee-jerk response of most people might be to attack the two participants. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you behaving in that way? You can't do that here. But that sort of rhetoric attacks the person. But let's attack the problem by adjusting our wording in this way. We can't have violence or a fist fight in the locker room. Let's have a conversation about that. So I'm attacking the fist fight. I'm attacking the action itself, the problem. I'm not attacking the person. And this is exactly what a locker room diplomat needs to be able to do. Restore a level-headedness and rational amount of thought to the conversation rather than allowing it to escalate to where things become irrational and unmanageable. That's not what a diplomat does. The diplomat gets everybody to come back to the table and have a rational conversation. Although I had to cultivate this skill set during the course of my pro wrestling career, the reality is this is exceptionally useful in all walks of life. There are going to be those times where you've got to talk about tough emotions, and a great place to start to maintain level-headedness and rationale is to attack the feeling, not to attack the person. Chances are all of us will at least once be in a scenario where we hear a terrible idea in a professional setting, and you've got to remember to attack the idea, not the person, if you want to nudge the conversation toward the result you're trying to get. And sometimes it will be you breaking up a fight. Sometimes it will be you having to insert yourself into a problem between two other people. And when you do, your best chance of getting the result that you want is to make sure that you attack the problem, not attack the people. This type of diplomacy extends far beyond just the locker rooms we inhabit as professional wrestlers. I hope this insight is useful to you no matter where you might be in your journey as a pro, and if so, will you share Till We Make It with someone that you like or dislike? I'll never know. Then make sure you subscribe, like, and ring the notification bell, and I love when you leave your comments below. In fact, some of the videos we have coming up next week were culled from the comments section below, left by great viewers like you.